You ever notice how the smallest things can ruin your entire day? Someone cuts you off in traffic, your boss snaps at you, your phone dies at 2%, and suddenly, your whole mood collapses. You start thinking, why does this always happen to me? But the truth is, most of what ruins our peace are things we never had control over in the first place. The Stoics had a saying, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And they were right. Life will always throw chaos our way. But peace begins the moment you stop trying to control the uncontrollable. Before we go deeper into this timeless Stoic lesson, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're on the journey to mastering your mind and emotions. Now let's talk about how to truly focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. Number 1, the illusion of control. We humans love control. It gives us comfort. But the problem is we overestimate how much we actually have. We think we can control people, outcomes, or even luck. You can plan every detail of your day, but one random event can flip it upside down. Stoicism teaches us that control is not about manipulating the outside world. It's about mastering the inside one. Epictetus once said, "Some things are in our control, and some are not." Simple, but life-changing when you really get it. You can't control what people think of you, but you can control how you respond. You can't control if it rains tomorrow, but you can decide to carry an umbrella. Life becomes lighter when you stop arguing with what's already happened. Think about how much time and energy we waste trying to fix things outside our reach, like stressing over what others post online or what someone might say behind our backs. That's energy you could have used to improve yourself, to build discipline, to find peace. The moment you understand what's truly yours to control, life starts to feel simpler. And here's the funny part. The moment you stop trying to control everything, things start to go better. You're calmer, more grounded, less reactive. People start to wonder, why are you not freaking out? Well, because you finally learned the art of not trying to control the wind, just adjusting your sails. Number 2, your mind, the only true domain. Your thoughts, actions, and attitude. That's your real kingdom. Everything else is borrowed ground. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The Stoics believed freedom isn't found in changing the world, but in mastering your reaction to it. Let's be honest, our mind loves to wander, especially into places it shouldn't. You can be sitting calmly, and suddenly you're replaying an argument from 3 years ago thinking, "I should have said this." Your mind is like a toddler with scissors. If you don't control it, it'll hurt you. The way to regain power is through awareness. Catch yourself when you drift into what ifs or if onlys. Bring yourself back to the present moment. Because this moment, right now, is the only thing that truly exists. Worrying about the future won't make it easier, and regretting the past won't change it. Here's a little humor to keep it light. Think of your mind as a dog. If you don't train it, it'll run wild, bark at everything, and chew up your peace. But once you train it, once you teach it when to sit, stay, and focus, you can take it anywhere without fear. Number 3, detaching from outcomes. One of the hardest Stoic lessons is learning to separate effort from outcome. You could do everything right and still not get the result you hoped for. You can be kind and still be misunderstood. You can work hard and still fail. Stoicism reminds us that success is not about the outcome. It's about the integrity of our actions. We often attach our peace to things beyond our control: approval, results, recognition. But once your happiness depends on something you don't control, you've given away your power. Real peace is when you can say, "I did my best," and let life handle the rest. Seneca said, "A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be." That doesn't mean you stop trying. It means you stop suffering over what you can't guarantee. You show up, you give your best, and you release the rest. That's power. That's maturity. It's funny how we want the universe to follow our plan, but half the time, we don't even know what we're eating for dinner. Life has its own rhythm. Sometimes what doesn't work out is protecting you from something worse. So, relax. You're not losing control. You're just realizing you never had it to begin with. Number 4, the power of emotional control. You can't control what happens, but you can control how you feel about it. And that's where real strength is. When something bad happens, most people react, they explode, complain, or panic. The Stoic, however, pauses. He breathes. He chooses his response consciously. Imagine someone insults you. Most people would snap back. But if you stay calm, you don't just win, you confuse them. That calmness is your weapon. Emotional control is not about suppressing feelings. It's about mastering them. It's about saying, I'll decide how much power this moment gets over me. In life, you'll meet people who test your patience, disappoint you, and even betray you. But reacting emotionally gives them free rent in your mind. A Stoic doesn't give away that space so easily. You learn to feel deeply, but respond wisely. And if you ever lose control, don't beat yourself up. Even Marcus Aurelius probably had bad days. Maybe someone spilled wine on his toga, and he thought, really? The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Number 5, turning focus into freedom. When you finally focus on what you can control, your thoughts, your effort, your character, you start to live lighter. You stop being pulled by every storm because you realize your peace isn't tied to the weather, it's tied to your mind. Each morning, remind yourself, today, I will focus only on what I can control. When someone cuts you off, breathe. When plans fail, adapt. When life gets unfair, stay centered. This mindset isn't weakness, it's strength in its purest form. The Stoics believe that true freedom isn't about doing whatever you want. It's about not being enslaved by what you can't change. You start to realize that most of your stress wasn't from life itself, but from your resistance to it. When you stop fighting what is, peace begins to flow naturally. So, laugh at life's little chaos sometimes. The Wi-Fi will lag, people will misunderstand you, the rain will fall on your only free day, and that's okay. Because when you master your mind, you master your life. Number 6, stop playing the victim. There's a silent trap we all fall into sometimes, the victim mindset. It's when life hits us hard and we start saying, why me? Instead of what now? But the truth is, that mindset steals your power. When you see yourself as a victim, you hand control of your happiness to someone else. Stoicism teaches you to take it back. Marcus Aurelius never said life would be easy. He said it would test your soul. The Stoic response is not to curse the test, but to use it to grow. You might not have chosen your circumstances, but you can always choose your attitude. That's where your power hides. Life is not fair, and it never will be. And that's okay. Because fairness isn't what shapes great people. Adversity is. Every obstacle is a lesson disguised as pain. Every hardship is a chance to prove you're stronger than your emotions. When you stop saying, why me, and start saying, try me, life starts listening differently. And hey, sometimes the victim mindset just needs a nap and a good meal. You're human. But once you wake up, get up, straighten your back, and remind yourself, no one is coming to fix this for me. That's not depressing, it's liberating. Number 7, the discipline of acceptance. Acceptance is not weakness. It's strength in its purest, quietest form. It's looking reality in the eye and saying, I may not like it, but I accept it. The Stoics believe that resistance to reality is the root of all suffering. You don't have to enjoy every moment, but you do have to face it. Think about it. How much of your frustration comes from wanting things to be different? You wish people acted better. You wish life moved faster. You wish things made sense. But life doesn't care about your expectations. It only cares about what is. When you stop fighting what is, your mind finally rests. Seneca said, a gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Acceptance isn't giving up, it's seeing clearly. It's saving your strength for the things that matter instead of wasting it on what doesn't. And if you ever find yourself arguing with reality, remember, you'll lose 100% of those arguments. So instead of shouting at the rain, get an umbrella or dance in it. Either way, you stay dry in your spirit. Number 8, the art of letting go. Letting go is one of the hardest things to do, especially when it's something you love or plan for. But holding on to what's gone is like trying to keep sand in your fist. The tighter you squeeze, the more you lose. The Stoics understood this deeply. Everything we have is borrowed, even the people we love. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself every morning that the people around him, his possessions, even his own health, were temporary. That sounds harsh, but made him grateful. Because when you accept impermanence, you stop taking moments for granted. Letting go doesn't mean you don't care. It means you understand the flow of life. You stop chasing closure from people who will never give it. You stop reliving mistakes that can't be undone. You stop begging for outcomes that were never meant for you. You free your heart from carrying what no longer serves it. And look, sometimes life takes something from you and replaces it with peace. But you can't receive peace with your hands full of resentment. So breathe, open your palms, and let the universe rearrange things. Who knows? What's coming might be better than what you lost. Number 9, protecting your energy. Your peace is precious, and not everyone deserves access to it. Some people thrive on chaos, drama, and negativity. Stoicism teaches you not to absorb their storms. Protecting your energy doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care about your peace more. You can't control how others behave, but you can control what you allow into your space. You can't stop someone from gossiping, but you can choose not to listen. You can't stop people from being toxic, but you can choose to walk away. Detachment isn't cold, it's wise self-respect. Think of your mind like a clean room. Every time you let negativity in, it leaves a mess behind. The more you let in, the harder it gets to breathe. So close the door. You don't need to explain why your peace matters. Just guard it like a sacred temple. And remember, even Marcus Aurelius probably had that one Roman senator who annoyed him daily. But he didn't waste energy trying to change him. He focused on staying calm. Sometimes protecting your peace is just learning when to say, "Not today." Number 10, living with purpose, not pressure. When you focus on what you can control, life stops feeling like a race and starts feeling like a mission. You realize your worth doesn't come from how much you achieve, but from how you live each moment with integrity. The Stoics lived with purpose, not pressure. They focused on doing the right thing, not the easy one. You can't control how fast success comes, but you can control your consistency. You can't control how people receive your message, but you can control how deeply you mean it. Purpose gives you direction when everything else feels uncertain. It reminds you that progress is better than perfection. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." That's Stoicism in action. Less talk, more doing. The pressure to be perfect fades when you remember your role is to do your best today, not control tomorrow. And if you ever feel lost, don't overthink it. You're not late. You're not behind. You're exactly where you're meant to practice patience, courage, and control. Besides, even Stoic philosophers didn't wake up every day feeling zen. They just showed up anyway. And that's what makes them timeless. At the end of the day, peace isn't found in controlling life. It's found in mastering your response to it. You'll never stop the waves, but you can learn to surf them with grace. You'll never control people, but you can control your boundaries. You'll never predict every storm, but you can always carry stillness inside you. So the next time life gets noisy, take a deep breath and remind yourself, this moment is mine to master. If this message brought you clarity, give the video a like, hit subscribe, and share it with someone who's drowning in things they can't control. Because the more we learn to focus inward, the freer we all become. Remember, control your mind, and you control your world.